So welcome everyone. My name is Val, for those of you who've not practiced with me before. So today we're just going to do a bit of a 15-minute focus looking at our hamstrings and waking up our spine. So if you don't have a yoga belt, just go and grab yourself a tie, which is just as good, and have it handy by your side, and we'll just all start to roll ourselves back down onto the mat. So just feel your spine lengthening out first of all along the mat, bringing your feet in towards your bottom, and then just take hold of your tie or belt and just hook it round your right foot. And then inhale, start to send the heel of that foot up towards the ceiling. So what I want you to think about is having your shoulders relax down on the mat, so you're not pulling too hard on the belt that's lifting your shoulders up. It's more about having your foundation stable, your shoulders are on the floor, relaxed and down, and you're just gently teasing that top leg with your belt. So inhale, and if you feel like you're open enough in your hamstrings, you can straighten your leg. If not, don't worry, just have a slight bend in the knee, but just feel like you're bringing that foot towards your head. So just maybe close down the eyes and just start to send your breath into the back of your legs, into your hamstrings. So this is a really nice opener for your hamstrings. Again, just tuning into your body, just checking you're not holding any tension in your shoulders, and just gently easing that foot towards you. So think about when you inhale, just rising your foot up towards the ceiling, and exhale, just maybe bringing it that millimetre or two towards your head. Lovely, so just tuning into your breath. Just really enjoying this opening in the back of your leg. Really nice, just another breath or two here. So if you're into running or cycling, typically you may have tight hamstrings. This is a really nice opener for the back of your legs. And then from here I want you just to grab hold of the belt with your right hand and just take your left hand down to the floor. And I don't have much room to my right, but hopefully you have a bit more space. You can just breathe and start to send your right foot to the right hand side, so opening out the inside of your thigh. So again, trying to keep both of your shoulders down onto the mat, so you can use your left hand to steady you, but try and keep both of your hips on the floor. So it's not about how far you go, it's just more about just finding that ease in your body. Again, tuning into your breath. Again, just feel like when you're inhaling, you may be lengthening your leg, and exhaling, just going a millimetre or two further. Lovely, and then inhale, bring that leg up to centre, and we'll just swap the belt over in your hand. So this time take your left hand on the belt, again keeping your shoulder down on the mat, and just taking your right hand down towards the mat this time. And then we're going to take our right foot over our body. So inhale and then exhale, just opening out across the body. So you may feel a nice stretch in the top of the right thigh. Everybody's different, so just notice what's going on in your own body. So keeping your shoulders relaxed on the mat. Just really enjoying this nice stretch in the back of your leg. Lovely, and then inhale, bring that leg up to centre. And this time we'll just swap over the belt with our other foot. So taking your right foot, so the sole of your foot's behind your bottom on the mat, and just taking the belt this time around your left foot, and sending your left heel up towards the ceiling. So keep your shoulders relaxed and down, so you're just gently pulling on the belt but not causing your shoulders to lift up off of the floor. So again, think about breathing in, lengthening up that heel towards the ceiling, and exhaling, maybe just bringing it that little bit more towards you. So again, it's not about how far you go, it's just finding your own edge, what feels comfortable for you. So nothing should be painful. And just taking some really nice inhalations, maybe your exhalations just slightly longer, and just allowing you to ease that little bit more, that foot towards your head. Tuning into your breath. So just one more breath here. Lovely, and then taking the belt in your right hand and your left hand down to the floor. Sorry, wrong way round. Your left hand on the belt and your right hand down to the floor. Breathing in, and then take your left foot over to the left hand side. So starting to open out, but try and keep your core stable, so your shoulders are on the mat. So you're not letting that right hip rock up off of the floor. So you're keeping that right hip, in fact both of your hips, engaged with the floor, and you're just opening out to the left hand side as far as feels comfortable, keeping those shoulders relaxed. So again, it's just going as far as feels good for your body. Lovely, and then breathing in, bringing that leg up to the centre. Now swapping over with your right hand on the belt and your left hand just down to your side. So maybe it's straight out beside you or just at an angle, whatever feels comfortable. And then inhale and taking that left leg over your body towards the right. So keeping those shoulders engaged with the floor. Maybe you're feeling a nice stretch in the back of your thigh. So just sending your breath into any areas of tension and just trying to relax and let them go as much as possible. Lovely, and one more inhalation and bringing that leg up to centre. And then just unhooking the belt from your foot, and just move your belt to one side. And we'll just do some nice movements in our spine. So just settle your shoulders back down on the mat, lengthen your spine out along the mat, and bring your feet up towards the bottom, so they're towards your bottom, and you can also just maybe touch the backs of your heels with the tips of your fingers. So placing your palms face down by your side, your arms are out along your side, and breathing, and we'll just start to peel our pelvis off of the mat, one vertebra at a time, until you feel like you're coming all the way up to the tops of your shoulder blades. So really feeling that length in your spine here. So this may be enough for you. You can just stay here and hold it for a few breaths. If you feel more open in your chest, you can just shuffle your shoulders underneath a bit more and clasp your hands underneath your body. And feel like you're coming up almost on the tips of your shoulders and just pushing your pelvis up towards the sky. So just hold for a couple of breaths here. So feel like you're sending your knees towards the top of your mat. So you're pushing your knees away from your face. Just another breath here, and then gently undo your hands. Place your palms flat down on the mat and just curl slowly, one vertebra at a time, back down to the mat. And we'll just do that one more time. So this time having your hands placed by your side, your palms are face down, and you're just curling your tailbone under and lifting up your pelvis towards the sky. So you may just want to stay here, or if you wish you can bring your right leg and take that foot right up towards the ceiling. So just holding for a couple of breaths, keeping your pelvis lifted. So if there was a spirit level on your hips, then they would be even. Then very gently just taking that right leg back down, and repeat with your left, bringing up that left foot off the floor and taking that foot up towards the ceiling. This is quite a strong posture, engaging your core. Pull your navel towards your spine, and then very gently take that left foot down to the mat, curling back down, and then just bring your knees into your chest for a moment. Maybe just rock from side to side. And then just taking your hands behind your knees, just rock a couple of times up to a seated position. And then we'll just meet on all fours, so just turning around onto all fours. So have your hands and your wrists directly underneath your elbows, underneath your arms. So spread your fingers wide, really engage with the mat here. And have your knees hip width apart and your feet straight back out behind you. So we'll just move into a balancing cat. So from here, take your right leg and just place it back behind you. So touching your toes on the floor, pushing into that back heel. And make sure with your hands you're pushing the mat away from you. So you're really creating that space. And then inhale, raise that right leg so it's parallel with the mat. And then inhale, exhale, taking that left arm straight out in front of you. So really push the mat away from you, lifting up that right leg. Having your gaze towards the floor, just holding for a few breaths. And if this is too much, you can just raise, or sorry, lower that back leg. So just hold for a couple of breaths. Lovely, and then lowering that back foot down and your left foot, or your left hand down. And then we'll repeat on the other side. So my shoulder isn't very happy with this position, so I will just modify it. But for you, just take your left foot back, tucking under those left toes, so really pushing into that back heel, pushing the mat away from you, breathing in and raising that left leg. So try and keep your hips level here again. So if there's a spirit level on the back of your bottom, then it would be completely level. And then inhale, bringing this time your right arm up in front of you. So I'm just going to balance without my arm straight in front of you, but if you'll have your arms out in front of you, so pushing the floor away, feel like there's this line of energy from your back toes all the way to the tips of your fingers, and then bringing both hands back down to the mat and lowering that back leg. And we'll end with just pushing back into wide leg child's pose. So from here, you can just take your knees slightly apart and bring your feet together if that feels comfortable for you. And you may want to get a cushion to rest your bottom on. And then just push yourselves back so your bottom is towards your heels. An option here to have your arms stretched out in front of you and just bringing your chest down towards the mat. And also, if it feels like it's too difficult to get your head towards the mat, again, you can grab a cushion to rest your head here. Or even just have your arms in front of you, crossed in front of you, and just resting your head down. So again, just find a position that works for you. So this is meant to be a nice resting pose, just letting yourself go, let gravity take hold, taking you down towards the mat, just letting any tension release from your body. So I will leave you to spend a few minutes here. If you wish, you can click on another video and just extend your practice. But for today, namaste. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that short session, and I will see you soon.